Hey, what's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. Buster X. This vid by June Plug. It's titled Butterfly Effects That Change Rap Forever. In the thumbnail, we got Kanye, Drake, Juice WRLD. Okay, I love the idea of the butterfly effect, and it reminds me of the movie by the same name. Who was in that? Ashton Kutcher. Such a great movie. Check it out if you haven't watched it. It's kind of old, but such a good movie. And I love the idea about how the smallest thing could change so much and have such a crazy impact on the rest of the world. And it's not even just an idea, it's a fact, you know? So it's just crazy to think about. Anyway, let's see what they detail in this video. Let's watch.
Butterfly effect, put simply, is the idea that a small occurrence can end up having a much greater effect elsewhere. The name of the effect refers to the idea that a butterfly's wings might create tiny changes in the atmosphere that may ultimately alter the path of a tornado, or delay, accelerate, or even prevent the occurrence of a tornado in another location. Changing one small thing in the past could cause a ripple effect that leads to a completely different outcome than what we see today. The inspiration for this video actually came from the How Does This Affect LeBron's Legacy meme, where people showed how completely random events in history affected the legacy of LeBron James. To pay homage to that, I'll start the video with how LeBron being good at basketball led to 4 of the greatest rappers ever collaborating for the first and only time. The year is 2008, and LeBron's generational play on the court led to him receiving his own documentary film. The film needed a soundtrack, and one of the artists enlisted for the task was Drake. Drake decided to use a song that he had in the vault rather than making a whole new one. The song he chose was titled I Want This Forever and featured Lil Wayne and Kid Kid. Drake decided that he wanted more greatness on the song for LeBron's documentary, so he removed Kid Kid from the song entirely and got Kanye West and Eminem verses to replace him. The verse Eminem turned in actually caused Kanye and Lil Wayne both to redo their verses for the song due to how much they liked it and didn't want it to completely overshadow them. Jay-Z went on to call this song the best posse cut of the decade, and many fans and even critics agree with the statement. If not for LeBron's stellar play on the court, the song likely would have never joined these 4 legends together: Kanye, Eminem, Lil Wayne, and Drake. Speaking of Drake, did you know his father getting arrested led him?
Sometimes I be speeding shit up on the other videos, but I be forgetting to turn it off when I get to the next vid.
Becoming the biggest rapper on earth right now. The story starts in 1991 when Drake was
like
just 5 years old and his parents got divorced.
I'll leave it.
After the divorce, Drake and his mother remained
Oh,
in
let me see
Toronto,
what his daddy and mama look
becoming
like.
the biggest rapper on earth right now. The story starts in 1991 when Drake was just 5 years old and his parents got divorced. After the divorce, Drake and his mother remained in Toronto while his father returned to Memphis. The divorce left Drake's father with insufficient funds, which led him down the path of selling drugs. It was this illegal career path that caused his eventual incarceration for a number of years. Little did anyone know that this time he spent in jail would end up being a blessing in disguise. While in jail, Drake's father shared a cell with a homeless man who rapped and didn't have anyone to speak to. He went by the name Poverty. Drake's father shared his phone time with Poverty, and Poverty would use that phone time to rap to a teenage Drake. After a while, Drake started to get into it and began to write his own lyrics down. They began rapping to each other over the phone, and Drake went on to cite this as what inspired him to pursue rap.
We used to kind of use the remainder of my dad's phone time and just rap until it cut off. I never knew his real name or anything, but yeah, he definitely gets a lot of credit in those early years.
Drake later gave Poverty his flowers in 2015 on the song You and the Six, where he credits their raps over the phone for winning him a Grammy.
Wait, what did he say?
On
That's
the song
so
You
dope.
and the Six, where he credits their rap.
At least I'm too crazy. At least I know this. Like, he used to rap on the phone when his friends were laughing. Now I'm gonna be a Grammy. Happy party.
Raps over the
Y'all
phone
niggas
for
gonna
winning
laugh?
him a Grammy. And the rest wasn't only a good thing for Drake, it was also great for one of Drake's biggest rivals, XXXTentacion. X was arrested in 2013 for possession of a gun. He was sent to a juvenile detention center, and it was here that he would meet Stokely Goulbourne, aka Ski Mask the
I didn't know they met in juvie.
Ski had just been arrested for possessing around $10 worth of weed. One day, Ski spit a freestyle for X while they were inside just for fun. This led to them continually freestyling together in a non-serious manner until X encouraged Ski to actually write some stuff down. They quickly became close friends and even made plans for what they were going to do together once they were released. The original plan they had was to commit a string of home invasions together for monetary gain, but this plan changed when X was released and bought a blue Snowball microphone to begin recording music. This convinced Ski to do the same, and the two pushed each other to start rapping. The duo frequently collaborated together, with X initially joining Ski's group Very Rare, before breaking off and starting the Members Only Collective, which Ski Mask then also joined. They both went on to have incredible success in the music industry until X was tragically assassinated in 2018. Rest in peace, Jase.
I did not know that. That's so crazy.
Another artist who tragically passed away is Juice WRLD. One of Juice WRLD's favorite artists, Future, actually indirectly caused an addiction that played a part in Juice's ultimate demise. When Juice met Future for the first time in 2018, the first thing he told him about was how he had influenced him to try lean. In an interview talking about this moment, Future said, "When he told me that, I was like, oh what the fuck have I done? It really bothered me. It bothered me a lot." He also stated, "I wasn't aware of that influence, but now I'm aware of how much it influenced. It's like, this really f***ed me up for a minute. It's all I could think about. Like, damn, what have I done? What have I done to other people? What I did to myself?" Little did Future know at the time how much more tragic this revelation was about to become. Juice WRLD sadly passed away on December 8th, 2019 due to an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine.
I heard that he tried to take a lot of drugs before they landed so that they wouldn't get in trouble for them. So he tried to like swallow them. I don't know the details, so don't fucking quote me. But I thought that it was accidental. Like, not just by an accidental overdose because he was going too hard, but he was trying to like conceal the drugs from law enforcement.
Which, as you may or may not know, is the key ingredient in lean, the same drug Future indirectly influenced Juice WRLD to try. Rest in peace, Juice.
But it's also in pill form, so that's what I thought happened, but maybe not.
Another artist who had a massive impact on Juice WRLD, among countless others, is Kanye West. His 2008 album 808s and Heartbreak influenced an entire new generation of rap, but this album would have likely never been created if it weren't for the tragedies that inspired it. Early on in his career, Kanye moved to Los Angeles because of the opportunities it had to offer. When he moved, his mother moved with him, as she was his manager at the time. With the scrutiny of the media on her now famous son and herself by proxy of acting as his manager, she decided that she would have cosmetic procedures done to feel better about her body now that she was essentially a public figure and a focus of the paparazzi. On November 10th, 2007, Donda passed away at age 58 due to coronary artery disease and multiple post-operative factors from her cosmetic surgery. Kanye blamed himself for this happening, stating that if he never moved to LA, she'd still be alive. A few months after Donda's passing, Kanye and his fiancée Alexis Pfeiffer ended their engagement and long-term relationship, which had begun in 2002. Emotionally drained and feeling somewhat lost, Kanye dealt with his pain by channeling it into music, creating the iconic album 808s and Heartbreak. The album released on November 24th, 2008 and made an immediate impact on hip-hop, pop, and R&B music as a new wave of rappers, singers, and producers adopted its stylistic and thematic elements. It has been credited for bringing emotional lyrics and autotune to the mainstream, pioneering the emo rap and experimental R&B subgenres in particular. Some of the biggest artists that this album had a major influence on are Drake, Future, B.O.B., Kid Cudi, Juice WRLD, Lil Uzi Vert, and Travis Scott. Speaking of Travis Scott, did you know that if it weren't for Victoria Monet and Tommy Brown letting him sleep on their couch, that he may have never gotten signed and blown up the way he did? Early on in Travis's career, he moved to LA in hopes to grow as an artist. When he first moved there, he lived with singer-songwriter Victoria Monet, along with record producer-songwriter Tommy Brown. They allowed Travis to sleep on their couch. Victoria claims that one day Travis took song files from Tommy and showed them to Kanye, saying that he was the one who produced them. She also said he took a song she had written a hook to and gave it to Tiana Taylor for her to do and changed just a little bit. Tommy Brown ended up finding all this out because the footage was on his hard drive and he saw Travis in the studio trying to act like he made everything. Some people claim that without Travis using stolen content to impress Kanye, that he never would have gotten signed and blown up the way he did. Someone else who blew up in a crazy way is Lil Nas X. He exploded in popularity from his hit song Old Town Road, which was actually just a joke song he made inspired by a video game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game that was released on October 26, 2018. A little over a month after its release, Lil Nas dropped the song Old Town Road, which took inspiration from the Red Dead Redemption 2 game. The first version of the song Lil Nas X released was a YouTube video visualizer with all the footage taken directly from Red Dead Redemption 2. The description of the video also stated that the song was a joke. Lil Nas posted memes to promote the song, and it was soon picked up by TikTok users. It started to gain traction in late December 2018 after the Yee-Haw Challenge meme, where users created short videos using the song. This challenge is credited for launching the song to enter the Billboard Hot 100 at number 83. Lil Nas released a remix of the song featuring country singer Billy Ray Cyrus on April 5th, 2019. This remix catapulted the song to number 1, and by August of 2019, Old Town Road became the longest song to stay at number 1, being there for 19 weeks straight. If it wasn't for the game Red Dead Redemption 2, this record-breaking song would have never existed. Another song that almost never existed is Miss the Rage, specifically with the Playboi Carti feature. It was actually the fault of a random fan that led to Trippie Redd getting the highest charting single of his career. It all started in December of 2020 when Trippie played a snippet of his unreleased song Miss the Rage on Instagram. The song's intro was gaining traction on TikTok, and some fans began to fantasize about Playboi Carti hopping on the same beat. In early 2021, someone uploaded a remake of the song using its beat but featuring Carti's vocals from his leaked song 1-2. This fan-made version of the song exploded on TikTok, and Trippie Redd took notice. The popularity of the Carti remake led to Trippie actually asking Carti to
on that girl body.
Carti surprisingly accepted, and they went on to drop what would become Trippie's highest ever charting single, peaking at number 11. 11 is also the number of seconds it took for Pop Smoke to start the chain reaction that would lead to his own death. On February 18th, 2020, Pop Smoke and his friend made several posts online at an Airbnb they were staying at. One of these posts was an 11-second video of Pop Smoke showing off gifts he received from Amiri.
Make him merry. Billie Jean. Good looks, make him merry.
He uploaded the video to Facebook and Instagram, but what he may not have realized is that the home address of the Airbnb was clearly visible. The next day at around 4:30 a.m., 5 hooded men broke into the house through a second-story balcony while Pop Smoke was taking a shower. When they found Pop Smoke, he at first complied with their request for jewelry, but then tried to fight them, and a confrontation broke out, which led to him being shot. 2 of the robbers began to kick him, but he was able to get up and run downstairs. However, it was here that he was hit with 2 additional gunshots. The robbers made off with his Rolex, which they sold for a whopping $2,000, and Pop Smoke was rushed to the hospital where he was unable to recover from his injuries. A very similar fate was met by artist PNB Rock, who was fatally shot during a robbery after his girlfriend posted their location on Instagram. Rest in peace to both. Another unfortunate passing in the rap community is that of Eminem's best friend Proof, which in a very crazy way led to the inspiration of huge artists like Tyler the Creator. Starting during the production of the 2002 movie 8 Mile, Eminem was working 16 hours a day and developed insomnia, which led to him obtaining an Ambien prescription. This was Eminem's first experience of drug addiction, and it quickly became a vicious cycle involving other substances. It also didn't help that he was battling depression at the time. Eminem tried rehab in 2005, then relapsed and fell into an even deeper tailspin the next year after his best friend Proof was fatally shot. When talking about this time in his life, Eminem stated, "I went through a lot when he died. It was the worst time in my life. It just gave me a real legitimate excuse, in my head at least, to use drugs. I didn't care if my drug problem got worse at that point, so I took more pills, and the more I said f it and took more pills, the higher my tolerance got. The higher my tolerance got, the more I needed those pills in my body just to feel normal and not feel sick." This all caught up to him in December of 2007 when he nearly died from an accidental methadone overdose. After the overdose, Eminem went back to using again, but he was scared by the near-death experience and entered rehab, where he finally got clean in April 2008. These events are what inspired Eminem's next album titled Relapse, which he stated was the first time that he had fun recording in a long time. Relapse is a 2009 concept album that revolves around horror, drug rehabilitation, and of course, relapse. This project went on to inspire other artists, one of the biggest being Tyler the Creator. Relapse is the project that initially influenced Tyler's music style, which is clear especially on his earlier projects. Because Relapse inspired Tyler to make music, it can effectively be credited for influencing other artists like Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, and Brockhampton as well, because they were all influenced by Tyler's music. The next butterfly effect I say for last is by far the most important to the rap genre, as without it occurring, hip-hop may have never taken off in the first place, meaning everything I've covered so far may have never taken place at all. The New York City blackout of 1977 was an electricity blackout that affected most of New York City on July 13th through the 14th in 1977. The blackout occurred when the city was facing a severe financial crisis, and many saw it as an opportunity for looting. While most sought food and domestic necessities, some focused their attention on electronic stores, breaking down doors and snatching equipment. There's a popular story that during the blackout, numerous looters stole DJ equipment from electronic stores, which led to many new DJs populating the area. Crews formed after mixing and matching newly gained equipment to form a cohesive system, and all this allegedly helped spark the hip-hop genre. Now, I'll read some quotes from people who witnessed this all firsthand. Before the blackout, people in the Bronx had horrible sound systems. Queens and Brooklyn had the full banging systems at the beginning, but not too many people in the Bronx could afford big sound systems until after the blackout. Then, everybody had sound. The Blackout of 1977 is what helped to spawn a multitude of aspiring hip-hop
Still
practitioners,
in the court.
because prior to that, the majority of aspiring DJs didn't have 2 turntables and a mixer or the speakers. So when the Blackout happened, it just seems that everybody got the same idea at the same time. And when the lights came back on in New York City, everybody had DJ equipment. When you get to the Blackout, it shifts hip-hop. It's a pivotal moment because like a week later, everybody was a DJ. Everybody. Some dismiss the notion that the Blackout provided a catalyst for hip-hop's uprising, but many others who lived in New York City at the time of the Blackout insist that the event helped jumpstart the early hip-hop scene.
Wow, this video was really dope. I enjoyed this. It's just so wild how the smallest thing can just change so much, you know? So be careful with the decisions you make out there, because you could really be fucking some shit up long term, or, you know, you can do something positive and have like such a long-term impact on your life or even the world. It's wild. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye!